If there are two things Halifax presenter Laura Bain is passionate about, it's good food and her disability circle, which led to the creation of this new segment, Lunch with Laura.
In these segments, Laura grabs a bite with interesting and inspiring members of her community to talk about their projects and passions.
Laura enjoys a meal with an accessibility advocate who sometimes finds it's an uphill battle.
I'm headed downtown to meet Brian George, aka Wheelchair Ninja. Brian made local headlines last summer when he climbed some of Halifax's steepest hills to raise money for the Spina Bifida and Hydrocephalus Association of Nova Scotia and awareness around accessibility. I knew he'd be the perfect first guest for Lunch with Laura, so I asked him to meet me at his favorite spot. He chose Crave Burger. Hey, Brian.
Hi, Laura.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Ready to head inside?
Absolutely.
I'm starving. So do you know what you want?
Yeah, I'm going to order their Crave Burger, best one in the city.
Okay, that sounds good. I was thinking of trying their veggie burger. After adding fries and vanilla milkshakes, we grab a table.
All right, guys. So we got a veggie burger and fries here.
Awesome.
The Crave Burger and fries here for you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Can't wait to dig into this veggie burger.
I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Oh, that's really good. Well, thanks for meeting me here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's great to finally meet you in person.
Yeah.
So you're not from around here, right?
No, I'm originally from BC, from Vancouver Island.
Okay.
Moved here in the fall of 2014.
So I first heard about you last summer because I saw some posts on social media and like a news article about you doing this Brian's Halifax Odyssey tour.
Right.
So what was the idea behind that?
So initially it was just the bridge. And then after I wheeled across the bridge, I went online. A couple days later, I was on Twitter and mentioned that when I wheeled across the bridge, before I knew it, I had dozens of suggestions of hills that I could travel up. So I had to shorten the list by about a dozen or so, but I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. If someone challenges me to do something or says, it's going to be difficult, you're going to have a hard time, well, I'm going to do it.
Like that stubbornness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm very stubborn. Sure.
So were you like a fit guy going into this, would you say?
Not incredibly.
Because it's a big challenge. Like I'm gonna wheel up Halifax's 12 steepest hills.
People say that all the time. Oh, you must be buff. You must have the biggest muscles. I really don't. I'm stubborn. I like to think I have a fair bit of stamina. I wheel myself around 10, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I'm used to it.
And you weren't just doing this like to, for social media or whatever. You were doing this to raise money as well.
I was, yeah. I was raising money for the Spina Bifida Association of Nova Scotia.
What were you hoping would come from this?
I was just trying to raise awareness of how inaccessible this city really is. I'm well aware that there's really nothing you can do with hills. The hills are there, they're not going to pave them all down, so there was really no way around getting around the city because the hills are there, the hills are hills.
Right.
But I just wanted to show people how difficult it is to get around.
So what kind of reaction did you get from people?
First reaction, and I've been getting this reaction since I was a kid, I'd be wheeling up a hill and I'd be stopped every 5 minutes. Oh, can I help you? Do you need a hand? Do you need a hand? Which is fine. I think it's great that people offer to give me a hand if, they're just, that's what humans do. They help each other out. There was a couple times when people wouldn't ask and they would just help me.
Right.
And that I don't like.
Okay, so they just come up behind you and start pushing your chair.
Exactly.
And then how would they react when you would say like, hey, actually, I'm doing this tour and like, this is the whole point of what I'm doing?
Yeah, they would really be taken aback by it. Like, I'm trying to help you here. Well, I don't need your help. I don't want your help.
So how did you feel after the end of the tour?
Felt really good, actually. I had a lot of people comment on it, people that I knew, people that I didn't know at the time. It really was just about raising awareness and how accessibility needs to be in this city.
Are there things that you think the city's getting right?
Some of the newer buildings are great. The library down the street, most accessible building I've ever seen.
Yeah, the building's great.
It is.
So one thing that really struck me about you was how you just did this on your own. So you moved here, you saw that there were accessibility issues, and you just got this idea and you rolled with it. Pun intended. Do you have any advice for anyone who's wanting to take something on?
Just don't sit back and let things happen. If there's a problem, if you want to see change in this world, you need to be that change. You can't just wait and hope that someone else will do it for you. I used to be like that when I was a teenager, even in my 20s. If there was a problem with accessibility, well, that's just the way it is. I'll just sit and take it, and I'm not going to do that anymore.
So you've got some things planned for this year.
I do.
What are you up to now?
I'm doing the Odyssey Tour again this year.
Wow. Same 12 hills?
No, they're all different.
Okay.
Some in Halifax again. I'm doing 2 in Dartmouth, 1 in Sackville. I'm actually doing 1 in BC when I go back home in the summer on Vancouver Island. And I'm hoping to do 2 in New Brunswick.
Oh, okay, amazing. And what are you hoping for this year?
Just, again, raising more awareness.
That was delicious. I'm so glad you suggested this place.
Oh, anytime.
So what do you got on the go now?
Well, I'll probably just go out and work off this awesome food.
That sounds great. You know what? We're right by the public gardens, which is one of my favorite spots. So you want to go for a little walk and roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Brian did make a great first lunch with Laura guest, and I have a feeling this conversation is just getting started.